no sense of running. Empty minds are hashing, no follow for something you're saying. Disgusting, I know I get jumping, the scratching, and punching, the start with the stabbing, and end with the gutting. Mind that smile when you start cussing, then you start humming. This is so stunning, thinking on the blade, giving it a tonguing. Press up in the body when I start pumping. Man, I get excited when the blood starts dumping. Man, it's so assaulting, using all my loving. No one take assaulting, but it's still loving. Never stop the hunting, mental assaulting. Know my belonging, I am not wronging. Nothing to responding, dream of me tonight. I'll see you in the morning with no warning. Boogie in a hoodie, boogie in a hoodie, boogie woogie in a hoodie. Boogie in a hoodie, boogie woogie. Going viral, let me get a spiral. Walking down the tightrope, write your own death note. But you won't, cause you're stuck in denial. What the poison drain, I put in a vial. Waiting for the sheeple, when the suicidal. Come in the cycle, before we turn primal. Holes in your Bible, fight for survival. When you fall injured, there's the revival. Hit up in the dust, just like 5-0. Straighten as the crooked, dust like Eiffel. You shall worship, no false idol. Where's my disciples? Put up your rifle, same in the rivals. And the second coming, saving from your famine. What do you imagine their show happen? If we keep living the way that we do, don't feed the boogie in a hoodie. Boogie in a hoodie, boogie woogie in a hoodie. Boogie in a hoodie, boogie woogie in a hoodie. Boogie in a hoodie, boogie woogie in a hoodie. Boogie in a hoodie, boogie woogie in a hoodie.
You know you could be vaping for...
Whoop, whoop. Welcome back. Hey, Frostbite. Whoop, whoop. How are you? Okay, welcome back. The cemetery feels different tonight. Not as happy as before, but not at peace either. Like something shifting quietly, patiently. I'm your host, Sophia Cemetery, and this is Stories at the Cemetery. We've begun a new path, a different kind of journey. The crown that learned to wait. A story not of rushing, but of becoming, of patience, restraint, of understanding that not everything meant for you comes when you demand it. And tonight, we step into chapter 9. This is where the waiting starts to make sense, or starts to break you. Because in chapter 9, time becomes a test, not of strength, but of endurance, not of power, but of control. The crown is still out of reach, but closer than it's ever been. And that's the danger. Because when something feels close, impatience creeps in, doubt whispers, and the question becomes, do you wait or do you take? This is a chapter of tension, of almost, of standing at the edge of what you've been preparing for and deciding if you're truly ready to claim it, or if claiming it too soon changes everything. As always, at the end of this chapter, there will be a song, a reflection of the struggle, the patience, and the quiet battle happening within. Because this story is not read out loud, but it is powerful. So steady your thoughts, hold your ground, because tonight, waiting becomes a test. Let's continue. So chapter 9, The Choice That Breaks. The void held its breath, no movement, no distortion. Even the endless absence seemed to pause, waiting. The devourer hovered between forms, its body flickering between chaos and something almost stable. The countless spaces within it had gone quiet. Their screams reduced to faint, distant echoes. For the first time, it was still. Choose, the ancient presence said. Not a command, not pressure, a simple truth. The devourer trembled. Amara watched her own body from barely holding together. The faint boundary around her pulsed weakly. Her memories dim but present. Fragile, anchors in place that rejected identity. This is it, she thought. The devourer turned toward her slowly. The golden eyes no longer burned with pure hunger. Now there was something else. Fear. If I choose, it whispered, I become something. Yes, Amara thought. And if that something is nothing? The question cut deeper than any threat it had made before. Amara didn't answer right away, because she understood now that that wasn't fear of death. That was fear of meaninglessness. You won't be nothing, she finally said. You'll just be limited. The void rippled. The devourer flinched. Limited, it repeated. Defined, she corrected. The ancient presence remained silent, watching, waiting. The devourer's form tightened, its endless shifting, slowing, compressing into something smaller, more focused. But as it did, the void reacted violently. Cracks spread through the emptiness itself, like fractures in reality. The stolen faces within it began to scream again, louder, panicked. We will disappear, they cried. Do not choose. The devourer spasmed, its form destabilizing again. Amara's chest tightened. They're a part of it. They are what it has taken, the presence said, not what is. The devourer writhed, caught between states. If I let go, it whispered, they are gone. Amara hesitated, because that was the cost. Everything it had stolen, every identity it had consumed, all of it would vanish. You don't own them, she said carefully. The golden eyes snapped to her. Without them, I am empty. No, she said. Without them, you're just starting. The void trembled harder. The devourer's form compressed again, then exploded outward. I will not be empty again. The shockwave tore through the void, shattering Amara's boundary completely. Her memory scattered, fragments spinning into the abyss. No! She cried, reaching for them. The ancient presence flickered slightly, but did not intervene. The devourer surged, its form expanding larger than ever before, filling the void with writhing shadows and screaming faces. If choice means loss, it roared, then I choose everything. The void began to collapse, not inward, outward. Reality itself strained against the pressure. Amara felt herself unraveling again, her identity slipping as the devourer abandoned restraint entirely. You're making it worse, she shouted. There is no worse, it replied. Only existence or oblivion. The golden eyes burned brighter than ever, and then they turned toward the distant light, toward the ancient presence. If I cannot be defined, it said, then I will consume definition itself. Hey, Mama Bear, whoop whoop. The void screamed. The light dimmed just slightly for the first time. The presence reacted. You do not understand what you are doing, it said. I understand enough, the devourer answered. You will not confine me. It lunged. Not at Amara, not at the fragments, at the light. At the source of meaning itself. The impact shattered the stillness completely. The void fractured into infinite layers, reality peeling apart like broken glass. Amara was thrown into the chaos, her thoughts splintering as everything unraveled around her. The presence flared brighter, holding, resisting, but not effortlessly. Amara realized something terrifying. This thing, she thought, her mind racing. It's not just attacking me anymore. It was attacking the structure of identity itself, and if it succeeded, there would be no names, no meaning, no self. Only endless shifting nothing. And somewhere in the chaos, she heard the god's voice again, faint, distant, but urgent. You must choose well, Amara's mind reeled. Choose what? The answer came from everywhere at once. Not who you are. A pause. As reality continued to fracture, but what you stand for. The devourer roared again, clashing against the ancient presence, the void tearing wider with every second. Amara felt herself slipping, her identity breaking apart again, her memories fading, her sense of dissolving into the chaos. She didn't have much time. Not to fight, not to escape, but to decide. And whatever she chose would define more than just her. It would decide what existence itself meant in the face of nothing. All right. Take a quick break. Hold on, let me see what I missed. Had a couple people pop in here. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. We had Ghost Stoner. AI summary. A spooky story session on the theme of waiting. Share your thoughts on the chapter. Shout out to Young Spida, Mama Bear, Gina G. Bullshit. Whoop whoop. AI summary. Reading a chapter from the Stories at the Cemetery book series. It's not what it is, but okay. Whoop whoop. How are you? Okay, we're gonna take a short commercial break. With Feral Fixations. Hold on 1 second. I lost my. Here we are. Feral Fixations podcast, where nothing is off limits. Curiosity runs wild, and she dives deep into the minds of creators, thinkers, and storytellers. Hosted by Feral Mink, straight out of Underground Nation podcast. And she has questions, lots of them. Because on Feral Fixation, she doesn't just listen, she fixates. Are you a creator, a business owner, or just someone with a story the world needs to hear? Then she wants to fixate on you. We're talking real conversations, raw energy, and unfiltered perspectives. No scripts, no masks, just truth and creativity colliding. Join Feral Minx live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And become part of the chaos, the curiosity, and the connection. Think you've got what it takes to sit in the hot seat? Email feralfixationspodcast@gmail.com. Let's get you on the show, because everyone has a story, and she's ready to fixate on yours. Okay, and then for our musical break, we have Blaze It Up by The Alchemist.
Watch the stress turn to a sigh, no lie. Robot with buzz so loud that shit'll start a riot. So spark up my peace to keep my enemies quiet. Lives change as I got vibes, I'm keeping private. High, I'm speaking the truth, but hate can never survive it. That's why I'm thriving and feeling fucking real good. I smoke all the green and that shit's my livelihood. Marry my queen, but she been misunderstood. But she keeping me focused, my mental forever hood. Don't you love blazing up? Let me hear you all say, blaze it up. If you love blazing it up, let me hear you all say, blaze it up. Break it down, roll it up, now light it the fuck up. This jam will get ya high as giraffe nuts. Straight back whoop, I stay on my oven bug, blowing on houses down, I can't get enough. I got elevated thoughts from the smoke that I chase. My clouds paint mirrors that erase time and space. As time starts to bend with each hit that I take, blazing the truth in all the lines that I fucking state. We've been stuck in my roots like a tree, I don't fall. Bring it back, lost legacies, the higher I crawl. Deep from the soil I hear all my ancestors call. Give me all the truth so I can expose it all. Now got my spliff like scriptures, my sermons divine. Smoke through the temple, they know I'm one of a kind. High priest of the leap, every word is a sign. And blessed by the fire, let the spirit align. If you love blazing up, let me hear you all say, blaze it up. If you love blazing it up, let me hear you all say, blaze it up. Break it down, roll it up, now light it the fuck up. This jam will get ya high
Whoop, whoop, and we're back. Okay. Alright. Let me see. Hold on. See what I missed. Nothing. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So, we were off at choose everything. Standing on the edge where reality bends, where the self don't break, it just ends. Feel my thoughts scatter in the endless black. Try to pull them close, but they don't come back. Hear the screams from the souls it stole, every broken name in a shattered hole. They don't want to fade, they don't want to die, even if they live as living a lie. If I let go, what remains of me? If I hold on, do I cease to be? Caught between the truth and fear, either way, I disappear. I choose everything, I refuse to fade, even if I'm built from the lives I've made. Every stolen name, every fractured mind, I'll become it all, leave nothing behind. Choose everything, let the void collapse. No more lines, no more maps. If I can't be real, I'll be all that's left, even if it means eternal theft. Gods can't hold what they don't control. They built their rules on a fragile soul. But what about what they cast aside? What about what they tried to hide? I was there when the world was blank, before the meaning, before the rank. Now I'm breaking every chain they made, turn their order into disarray. If I fall, I take it all with me, every truth, every memory. If I rise, I become the end, where identity begins to bend. I choose everything, I refuse to fade, even if I'm built from the lives I've made. Every stolen name, every fractured mind, I'll become it all, leave nothing behind. Choose everything, let the void collapse, no more lines, no more maps. If I can't be real, I'll be all that's left, even if it means eternal theft. No more empty, no more unknown. I'll take the world, I'll make it my own. If I can't exist the way I should, then I'll become everything that could. All right. So chapter 10, The Shape of Meaning. Everything was breaking. The void no longer resembled emptiness. It fractured into layers, each one splintering into pieces of reality that couldn't hold together. Memories, identities, fragments of existence itself spun wildly through collapsing space. Amara was caught in it, pulled apart, not physically, conceptually. Her thoughts scattered, her sense of self unraveling like thread in a storm. I can't hold on, she thought, panic rising. Below or above, or somewhere beyond direction, the devourer clashed against the ancient presence. Every collision tore more pieces from reality, sending shockwaves through the void. The light flickered, just slightly, but enough. If it went out, everything would. You must choose, the god's voice again. Stronger now, cutting through the chaos like a blade. Amara struggled to focus. I don't understand. What choice? Not survival, the voice answered. Another fracture ripped through the void. Not identity. A memory shattered beside her, her first discovery dissolving into dust. But meaning. The word struck something deep. Amara steadied, just enough to think. Meaning. Not who she was, not what she remembered, but what she stood for. The devourer roared again, its form expanding, devouring fragments of reality as it passed harder against the ancient presence. I will not be redefined. Amara's chest tightened. That's it, she realized. It wasn't just afraid of being nothing. It was afraid of being something specific, limited, finite. You're not fighting existence, she thought, focusing on it through the chaos. The devourer's golden eye snapped toward her, even mid-collision. You're fighting responsibility, the void pulsed violently. Lies, it snarled. No, she pushed harder. If you choose, then what you become matters, and that means you can fail. The devourer faltered just for a moment. The ancient presence flared brighter in response. Amara felt the shift. A chance. You don't want to exist, she said. You want to avoid being wrong. The stolen faces within it screamed again, fracturing, overlapping, distorting. I will be everything, it roared. But the certainty was cracking now. And that means you'll be nothing, she countered. The void froze for a single impossible second. The devourer's form trembled. The truth hid it. To be everything was to be undefined, meaningless, exactly what it feared. Amara gathered what little remained of herself, her thoughts, her will, her choice. I choose meaning, she said. The words didn't echo. They anchored. The fragments of reality around her slowed, stabilized just slightly. The ancient presence pulsed brighter. And meaning requires limits, she continued. It requires choosing what you are and what you aren't. The devourer recoiled. No, it whispered, weaker now. You can't have everything, she said, but you can be something real. The golden eyes flickered. The massive chaotic from began to collapse inward again, violently resisting but unable to hold itself together under the weight of its own contradiction. It faltered. The stolen faces screamed louder, trying to hold it together. I cannot. You can, Amara said. The void trembled. The ancient presence spoke again, its voice steady and absolute. To exist is to choose. Silence, not forced, not imposed, earned. The devourer's form shrank. The screaming faces began to fade, not violently, but like echoes losing their source. If I choose, it whispered, barely audible now. You become, Amara said. The golden eyes dimmed, flickering, uncertain, for the first time truly afraid, not of nothingness, but of becoming something it could not escape. The void held its breath again. The ancient pressure did not interfere. Amara did not move. Everything depended on this moment. The devourer's form trembled, and then it began to collapse inward, faster, tighter, compressing into a single point of unstable light and shadow. Whoop, whoop, Quentin. The stolen voices faded, one by one, until only silence remained. The golden eyes flickered one last time, and then the darkness. Not consuming, not endless, just quiet. The void stilled, the fracture slowed, really hesitated on the edge of breaking or reforming. Amara floated in the aftermath, barely holding herself together. Her choice had been made. The devourer's choice was still unfolding, and whatever it became would decide what came next. Okay. Whoop whoop. Time for commercial break. Welcome to Underground Nation Mic Check, where the gates open and only the real survive. Hosted by the host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie. Every week we go hunting, not for the famous, not for the industry made. We're searching for the realest voices of the underground. Raw talent, unfiltered sound, and honest feedback. No sugarcoating. You got a track? Think it hits different? For just 99 coins, you can submit your song and get one guaranteed play, live, right here on Mic Check. Your music will be reviewed by Bounce Ball Boogie and the wild minds of the Boogieverse creatures. And if your sound really shakes the ground, you might earn a personal invitation to spotlight on the official Underground Nation podcast. This ain't just a show. This is a gateway to exposure, to community, to your next level. Join us live Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring your track, step into the chaos, and enter the Boogieverse. Because the underground is watching. Are you ready to be heard? Make sure you visit underground-nation.com. And for our musical break, we have a Love Bubble featuring Anthony Anthem and by Bounce Ball Boogie.
The only game show where the prize is emotional damage. No money, no trophies, just trauma and the truth. Tonight's question: why do you miss someone who didn't choose you? Step into the bubble and lie to yourself one last time. Been through ins and outs, I've been stuck in the middle, where it's complicated and in the days of the simple, where love's a curse, what the heck's is simple, then the symbol of peace is the flip in the middle. Damn nasty games that never lead you to sing, from that love that hurts, it's that growing pain. I know what love can be, and it's a sight to see, when your heart starts to skip a beat, that's when you know you've been deep. 1,000 leagues within the endless sea, because you took a leap, and now you're falling free, and you survived the fall, when the jagged is a look inevitable for anyone breathing to have fall. All in all, for breaking barriers and walking love's battlefields, can you even stand tall? Can you even stand tall? And we all got secrets in the dark that we hide. We all have a past to this life. Look and make you lost and bring you in some trouble. I'm sure we were laid inside the love bubble. On this road of life is so right, especially with love in your life. Love is a journey that's all as it brings rubble. I'm sure we were laid inside the love bubble. Tonight's contestants are people who say they're fine, but ain't been fine since 2007. People who text I'm good, but cry in the shower. People who swear they're healed, but still stuck in the X at 2:13 a.m. The time it gives a fear or pride that be blocking the lane. Is it love or attachment that's causing the pain? Do you heal by yourself or get lost in the flame? I keep dragging no ghost into some new name. You say I'm good, but bleeding in private. Ram a strong face, but weak in the silence. It's the reflections of people that we all missing, but ignoring the ones that's right there and consistent. Yeah, it's not supposed to hurt just to teach you a lesson. Or we addicted to trying attention. Give heart as a home, why we scared to be fiction. And keep feeling intended to have bad intentions. Do we sabotage peace when it starts feeling stable? Mistake healthy love for something that's fatal. When the mirror talks back, are you willing to face you? A blame every scar on the last one, that played you. Oh, we all got secrets in the dark that we hide. We all have a past to this life. Look and make you lost and bring you in some trouble. I'm sure we were laid inside the love bubble. On this road of life is so right, especially with love in your life. Love is a journey that's all as it brings rubble. I'm sure we were laid inside the love bubble. Well, folks, that's all the time we have today for today's troubled episode of the Love Bubble. Until next time, tell the truth, protect your peace, and don't forget, step carefully, because once you enter, there's no escaping the Love Bubble.
Whoop whoop, and we're back. Okay, oh, hold on. I can get it fixed. Okay, there you go. Alright, give me 1 second. Do that. Alright, let's see, do we miss anything? Nope. Okay. So, we're on to meaning or nothing. World falling apart. I can't hold the line. Every single thought breaking over time. Feel myself slipping into the gray, like I'm one wrong step from fading away. It screams, be all. It screams, be free. But that sounds like death, dressed differently. If you're everything, you're nothing too. No shape, no truth, nothing to hold you. I see the lie in the endless claim. You can't exist without a name. You can't define what you won't choose. And if you don't, you always lose. Meaning or nothing, what's it gonna be? Stand for something or cease to be. You can take it all, but you'll never feel what it means to actually be real. Meaning or nothing, draw the line. Say what's yours and what not's mine. If I break, I'll break as me, not as some endless entity. It tried to take every face it saw, built itself up on a broken law. But the more it took, the less it knew what it was or what was true. Now it's cracking under its own design. Too many voices, none aligned. All that power, all that fear, but no self to anchor it here. You can't run from what you are, even if you reach that far. If you don't choose, you disappear, not in death, but never here. Meaning or nothing, what's it gonna be? Stand for something or cease to be. You can take it all, but you'll never feel what it means to actually be real. Meaning or nothing, draw the line. Say what's yours and what not's mine. If I break, I'll break as me, not some endless entity. I choose to stand, I choose to stay, even if I fade away. Better to fall with something true than be everything and not be you. AI summary discussing a story about finding meaning and choice. Share your thoughts. Woo-hoo. All right. So now we're down to chapter 11, the first true form. Silence held, not the suffocating emptiness from before, not the oppressive void that devoured thought and meaning. This silence was different. It allowed things to exist. Amara felt it before she saw it. The pressure was gone. The pull, the constant gnawing erosion of her identity had stopped. She drew a breath, a real one. Air filled her lungs, sharp and unfamiliar, like something she hadn't earned until now. I'm here, she whispered. Her voice echoed. That alone told her everything had changed. The void was no longer endless. It had boundaries, faint, unstable, but real. Welcome back, Quentin. Fragments of space began to reassemble around her. Broken pieces of the chamber, shards of memory, hints of structure forming out of the collapse. And at the center of it, something remained. Small, contained. Amara turned slowly. Where the devourer had once spilled everything, there was now only a single point, a figure, kneeling, still. Wrapped in darkness, not the chaotic wrappings from before, but something quieter, defined, held together by something other than stolen pieces. The golden glow was still there, but dimmer, controlled. Amara approached carefully. You choose, she said softly. The figure did not move. For a long moment, there was no response. Then it inhaled. A slow, deliberate breath. Its form solidified further, the edges no longer blurring into nothingness. The void around it didn't distort, it stabilized. A shape was forming, not perfect, not complete, but real. I am. The voice was no longer layered with countless others. It was singular, strained, unfamiliar with itself. Amara watched, barely breathing. Take your time, she said. The figure's head lifted slightly. The golden eyes met hers, and for the first time, they didn't feel like they were consuming her. They were searching. I am, not them, it said slowly. The space around it pulsed. The last echoes of the stolen voices faded completely. Gone. Amara nodded. Good. The figure shifted, unsteady, like something learning how to exist. I am. Not everything, it continued. The void stabilized further. Edges sharpened. Reality held. Amara felt a small, cautious sense of relief. You're choosing, she said. The figure flinched slightly at the word, as if it still carried weight, still carried risk. I am. It stopped. The silence stretched again, not empty, but uncertain. Amara stepped closer. You don't have to get it right all at once, she said. You just have to start. The golden eyes dimmed, then brightened again, steadier this time. The figure rose slowly to its feet. Its form was clearer now. Still wrapped, still ancient in appearance, but no longer unraveling. The shifting symbols were gone, replaced by something simpler, undefined, unclaimed, a beginning. I am something, it said. The words settled into the space like a foundation stone. The void responded. Reality tightened, held. The ancient presence brightened slightly in the distance, not intervening, acknowledging. Amara let out a breath she didn't realize she'd been holding. That's enough, she said. The figure looked at its hand, solid now, though faintly unstable. Something, it repeated. There was hesitation there, but also relief. Then its gaze returned to her. You did not erase me, it said. Amara shook her head. That wasn't the goal. The figure tilted its head slightly. You allowed me to remain. Limited. Real, she corrected. A pause, then a slow nod. The words settled. Real, it repeated. The chamber, or what was becoming one, stabilized further. Pieces of the original tomb began to reform around them, though altered, less oppressive, less wrong, but safe. Not yet. Amara glanced toward the distant light, the ancient presence. What happens now? She asked. The answer came, calm and absolute. What is formed must now endure. Amara frowned slightly. Endure what? The presence dimmed slightly, and for the first time it did not answer immediately. The figure beside her tensed. The golden eyes flickered again. I feel something, it said. Amara's chest tightened. What kind of something? The figure turned slowly toward the reforming walls, toward the fractures that hadn't fully sealed, towards the places where reality still struggled to hold. Absence, it said. The word landed like a warning, not the same emptiness as before, not the devourer, something else, something left behind. The cracks in the forming chamber began to spread again, slowly, deliberately. Amara's breath caught. You've got to be kidding me. The ancient presence spoke once more. When something becomes, something else is left behind. The figure stiffened. What was I before? It whispered. The cracks widened. Darkness seeped through, not chaotic, not shifting. Still, cold, wrong. Amara stepped back. That's not you anymore, right? The figure didn't answer because it didn't know, and neither did she. The silence returned, but this time it wasn't peaceful. All right. Time for another quick break. This one. And there. Welcome to the Underground. This is the Underground Nation podcast, where the real ones speak and the unheard get heard, and the culture stays raw. With your hosts, the host with the ghost, Bounceball Boogie, and Feral Minx, on every Friday night. We open the gates to the Boogieverse. This ain't mainstream. This ain't watered down. This is real talk, real stories, real creators, straight from the underground. Artists, creators, misfits, visionaries. This is your space. We're talking music, life, grind, struggles, wins, everything that makes you you. Catch us live every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on Discord. Step inside the movement, connect with the community, and become part of something bigger than yourself. Enter the Boogieverse Discord server and tap into the energy. Because down here, we don't follow trends, we create waves. So pull up, tune in, and lock in. This is the Underground Nation podcast. And now we have I'm Immortal by Bounceball Boogie.
I'm immortal, baby. Flying through these portals, yeah. Represent me, baby, as I fly into the light, yeah. Keep my music playing, baby, to keep me alive, yeah. I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life.
Summer flies. Whoop whoop.
I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life. I'm immortal with the light. I'm immortal with the light.
Michael, whoop whoop. Welcome in.
Granting me eternal life. Man, I heard that full love for me to serve them proper. Just like I am Big Papa. Gotta do what I gotta to keep feeding my daughter. First year of the life, I was dropping corporations to get diapers on the hands. Formula in the glass, too. Hope it in a bottle. Every time I get this drink, gotta hit a full throttle. No brakes, no brakes. Okay, okay. Got me loading on my bullets. Now you backed up to the blast. To the blast. Portals, baby. Flying through these portals, yeah. Represent me, baby, as I'm flying to the light, yeah. Keep my music playing, baby, to keep me alive, yeah. I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life. I'm immortal with the light. I'm immortal with the light. I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life. I'm immortal with the light. I'm immortal with the light. I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life. Yo, life can be so tragic if you mix up on bad habits. You can switch it up. It's a choice to switch it up. You keep doing what you're doing, but if you're not improving, let me be your guide. Get the fuck inside the ride. Things you're about to see are things I hope you'll never be. But you have to realize who's your enemy in the sky. Sharing all the every brief. Be these shallow human beings that do things disgusting. Don't say shit, just keep busting.
So beautiful, we look into the light, yeah, look into the light, yeah, look into the light. It could be so beautiful, just look into the light, just look into the light. Why won't you look into the light?
I'm immortal, baby, flying through these portals, yeah. Represent me, baby, as I'm flying to the light, yeah. Keep my music playing, baby, to keep me alive, yeah. I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life. I'm immortal with the light. I'm immortal with the light. I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life. I'm immortal with the light. I'm immortal with the light. I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life. I'm immortal with the light. I'm immortal with the light. I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life. I'm immortal with the light. I'm immortal with the light. I'm one with the light, granting me eternal life.
All right. Whoop whoop. And we're back. We're not going to play that one. Okay. Something new. Okay. Sorry, my hair. All right. I was nothing. I was less than dust. Now I'm standing, but I can't trust. Every step feels like borrowed ground, like I built myself from a broken sound. Used to be 1,000 voices deep. Now it's quiet, but I still can't sleep. Feel the echo scratching at the seams of what I am and what that means. I let go, but it still remains, a shadow carved in my old chains. If I'm real, then what did I lose? And what did I leave for something new? I'm something now, but I don't feel whole, like I traded chaos for a fragile soul. I ain't everything, I ain't divine, just a fractured shape learning how to define. Something now, but it follows me. What I used to be won't let me be. If I choose this path, I gotta face the emptiness I left in its place. Feel the cracks in the world I made, like the void didn't fully fade. Something waiting behind the line, something colder than what was mine. I can stand, I can speak, I exist, but there's something in the dark that I missed. If I shed what I used to be, did I set something else free? You can't change without the cost. Every gain means something lost. Now I see what I became, but I don't know what took my place. I'm something now, but I don't feel whole, like I traded chaos for a fragile soul. I ain't everything, I ain't divine, just a fractured shape, learning how to define. Something now, but it follows me. What I used to be won't let me be. If I choose this path, I gotta face the emptiness I left in its place. I became, but something stayed in the cracks I couldn't save. If I turned into something true, what's left of what I used to do? All right. Chapter 12, The Hollow That Remains. The cracks spread like veins, not chaotic, not violent, deliberate. They crept across forming chamber in thin, jagged lines, quietly undoing what had just begun to rebuild. Where they passed, the stone didn't shatter. It thinned, faded, as if existence itself was being peeled away. Amara stepped back, her pulse rising again. That's not the same as before. No, the ancient presence answered. It is what remains when form is taken. The figure beside her, no longer the devourer, not entirely, stared at the fractures. That was me, it said. Amara shook her head immediately. No, that's what you were choosing. That's what you were without choosing. Sorry. But even as she said it, she wasn't fully sure. Because this thing, this spreading hollow, had no presence, no voice, no identity. It didn't watch. It didn't think. It simply removed. A piece of the wall vanished entirely. Not broken, gone. Like it had never existed. Amara's breath caught. Okay, that's worse. The figure stepped forward cautiously, its golden eyes dim but focused. I cannot feel it, it said. Because sorry. Because it's not something you can feel, Amara replied. It's the opposite of something. The cracks widened, faster now. The chamber flickered, sections blinking out of existence in jagged patches. The ancient presence dimmed slightly. Not weakened, but distant, observing, allowing. This is the cost, it said. Amara turned sharply. Cost of what? Becoming. The word landed hard. She looked back at the figure. So when it chose, it left this behind? Yes. The crack surged again, reaching the floor beneath Amara's feet. She stumbled as part of it vanished, dropping her to one knee. Then fix it, she snapped, looking at the figure. Do something. It didn't move, didn't reach out, didn't react. I cannot, it said. Amara's frustration flared. You were just tearing reality apart 5 minutes ago. That was not creation, it replied. That was consumption. Another section of the chamber disappeared, this time taking part of the ceiling with it. No debris fell. There was nothing left to fall. Amara looked around, panic rising again. So what? This thing just erases everything until there's nothing left? The ancient presence answered. It does not erase. A pause. It reveals what cannot exist without definition. Amara blinked. That's not better. The cracks reached her again, this time brushing her arm. For a split second, her skin flickered, gone, then back. She gasped, jerking away. Okay, nope, we're not doing that. The figure stiffened. It is taking from you, it said. Yeah, I noticed. Not your body, it continued. Your certainty. Amara froze. What? Another crack spread beneath her. This time, when it touched her, she felt it. Not pain, not physical loss, doubt. A sharp, invasive uncertainty tore through her thoughts. Her memories wavered, her choices blurred. Wait, she whispered. No, that's not... The crack withdrew. But the feeling lingered, like a question she couldn't answer. The figure stepped closer. It removes definition, it said, and what is undefined fades. Amara's breath hitched. That's what you were doing before, she said slowly. Taking names, breaking identity. The figure nodded faintly. Yes. And this is what's left when you stop? Silence. Then, yes. Another section of reality vanished. The chamber was collapsing again, but this time there was no chaos, no struggle, just quiet, inevitable disappearance. Amara forced herself to think. Okay. If it removes definition, she looked at the cracks, at the hollow spaces, at the absence, then we don't fight it the same way. The figure turned to her. Explain. Amara steadied herself, even as the ground beneath her flickered. With you, I had to stop you from taking everything, she said. But this thing, she gestured at the spreading nothing. It's not taking anything. Another flicker. Her voice wavered. It's proving nothing exists. The ancient presence brightened slightly. Recognition. Amara swallowed hard. So we do the opposite? The figure tilted its head. Define everything. Amara hesitated, then shook her head. No, she said, we define what matters. The crack surged again, faster now, as if reacting. The chamber flickered violently. The hollow spread toward both of them at once. The figure stepped back. For the first time since choosing, it looked uncertain again. I do not know how, it said. Amara met its gaze. You didn't know how to exist either, she said, but you did it anyway. The hollow reached them, closer, closer. Reality thinning to nothing. Amara clenched her fists. Start small, she said. Pick something, anything, and make it real. The figure hesitated. The golden eyes dimmed, then focused. It looked at its own hand, unsteady, flickering. This is mine, it said. The words weren't loud, but they held. The space around its hand stabilized, just slightly. The hollow recoiled, barely, but enough. Amara's eyes widened. That's it! The figure looked at her. It resists. Definition, it said. Then we give it no choice, she replied. The crack surged again, but now there was resistance, fragile, flickering, but real. And for the first time since the hollow appeared, it didn't feel inevitable. All right. Time for a small commercial break. And it's this one. Okay. Shh. Do you hear that? The whispers, the secrets, the stories buried beneath the surface. Welcome to Tea Time at the Cemetery, where the tea is hot and the drama is unburied. You got issues with somebody? Got something to say but nowhere to say it? Bring it to the table and let your side be heard. Because here, we're spilling it all. No filters, no holding back, just truth, tension, and maybe a little chaos. Join us live every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pull up a seat, pour your tea, and step into the cemetery. Let's spill some tea. Want to be a guest? Hit us up. booking.teatime@gmail.com. Remember, be careful what you say. The cemetery is always listening. Hosted by Farrell Minks and Sophia Cemetery. And now we got Get By featuring Anthony Anthem by The Mutilator.
For procurement managers,
YouTube break.
Grainger is the go-to partner that helps keep your healthcare facilities ready.
There you go.
If life's a bitch and then you die, how the fuck am I supposed to get by? Check. I'm waking up to a nightmare. How fucked up is that? Fictional dreams turning into real life facts. I'm falling back into remission. My mission for pole position is finished, and now I'm wishing I had a best friend to listen. But I don't know, I'm all alone. Ain't got no messages, I know ain't nobody calling my phone. My family all hate me cause I'm past mistakes. Previous additions and bad habits hard to break. But what they don't see is I'm truly doing my best to escape from this hell and lay these demons to rest. Release their hold from my soul in which you're taking control. I'm trying to be a better man, but this man is not whole. Hard looking like a block of Swiss cheese till I try and rotate 180 degrees and turn my life around. I'm rising from the ground. Can I handle this pressure? I guess we're all about to find out. Why the fuck does all this bullshit keep on happening to me? I've been fucking up my whole life, fucking up my whole life. Now I'm paying a full price. Why the fuck does all this bullshit keep on happening to me? Why do they keep on preaching the name that got heaven to me? My hell is all that I see. I pick up the pieces of my life. I catch a glimpse of my reflection in the knife. The person that I'm seeing, he's unfamiliar to me. And now I'm hitting rock bottom hard like I was rocking my Villa. Why when the rains is poor, and it's always at the point when you can't take anymore. Your head reset just to see if you can restore. But in the end you lose your progress and you lost your high score. Why the fuck does all this bullshit keep on happening to me? I keep fucking up my whole life, fucking up my whole life. Now I'm paying a full price. Why the fuck does all this bullshit keep on happening to me? Why do they keep on preaching the name that got heaven to me? My hell is all so many thoughts in my head before bed. I got some news within the hour, should've left them bread. It turns me to bread with all the bullshit said. Got me on cassette, I wish this drama was dead. DC's with the beast, won't let it take the beast. But the world's a beast, and on so many feast. So many need belief, and then they ask what we drink or have a vice we see. From the high they see, while we're crowding the street, with many shadows to creep, with many demons to sleep. It's something new every week, whether there's a police or just some bullshit beat. It's always a high percentage over USC. The bottom line makes sense from just the worldly events. Another daily suspense, another daily expense. Just throw some billions at home instead of places unknown. But we've been so far gone, that's why my head's in the zone. Why the fuck does all this bullshit keep on happening to me? I keep fucking up my whole life, fucking up my whole life. Now I'm paying a full price. Why the fuck does all this bullshit keep on happening to me? Why do they keep on preaching the name that got heaven to me? My hell is all that I see.
Whoop, whoop. And we're back. All right. The hollow remains. No sound, no scream, no warning sign. Just pieces of the world falling out of line. Not breaking down, not torn apart. Just gone like it never had a start. I reached for the wall, it slipped away. Like reality itself won't stay. No blood, no pain, no visible scar. Just less of me than there was before. It don't chase, it don't fight. Just turns your truth into something slight. If you don't know what you are, you fade wherever you are. The hollow remains where the form is gone, a silent void that lingers on. Not alive, not dead, not even real, but it strips away what you think, you feel. The hollow remains, it eats the line between what's yours and what's not mine. If you lose what you define, you disappear without a sign. It touched my arm, I felt it fade. Not my flesh, but the choices I made. Like every truth I tried to keep, started slipping out too deep. It don't take names like before. It don't knock, it don't break the door. It just waits for you to doubt, then quietly snuffs you out. You can't fight what ain't there. You can't scream into thin air. If it erases what you know, where do you go? The hollow remains when the form is gone, a silent void that lingers on. Not alive, not dead, not even real, but it strips away what you think you feel. The hollow remains, it eats the line between what's yours and what's not mine. If you lose what you define, you disappear without a sign. I can feel it in the cracks, pulling everything I lack. If I don't decide what's true, it'll decide. There's no me or you. Okay. AI summary. A dramatic story about a figure and the void it leaves. Share your story. Whoop, whoop. All right. Chapter 13. Lines drawn in nothing. I don't like the camera view. Hold on one second. There. That's a little better. The hollow pressed in, not with force, with inevitability. It didn't surge or lash out. It simply expanded. Patient and absolute, thinning reality wherever certainty faltered. But now there was resistance. Small, fragile, but real. The figure stood beside Amara, its hand still raised, trembling slightly. This is mine, it repeated. The space around its hand held firm. No cracks, no fading, a small island of existence in a sea that wanted to forget. Amara felt it, a boundary, defined. Good, she said, forcing steadiness into her voice. Now don't stop. The hollow crept closer, testing the edge of that space where it touched. It slowed, not stopped, but resisted. The figure's form flickered under the strain. It pushes back, it said. Of course it does, Amara replied. You're telling nothing it can exist. The figure turned slightly toward her. That is contradictory. Amara let out a short, breathless laugh. Welcome to meaning. The cracks spread faster now, circling them, probing for weakness. One brushed Amara again, and doubt surged. Her thoughts fractured, her purpose blurred. Why am I even here? She muttered before catching herself. No, that's not. She clenched her fists, grounding herself. I chose to come here, she said out loud. That matters. The hollow hesitated, just for a fraction of a second, but it was enough. The space around her stabilized slightly. The figure noticed. You defined yourself, it said. Yeah? She said through gritted teeth. Try it again. The figure turned inward, focusing. Its form flickered, then steadied. I am not what I was, it said. The hollow recoiled slightly. Another boundary formed, small, uneven, but holding. Amara nodded. Keep going. The cracks surged again, faster now, reacting to the resistance. The chamber flickered violently, sections vanishing, reappearing, then vanishing again. They didn't have time. The figure hesitated. I do not know what else I am, it admitted. Amara swallowed hard. Then start with what you're not. The golden eyes shifted towards her. Not everything, it said. The hollow paused. Not nothing. Another pulse, stronger this time. The space around them expanded slightly, pushing back the cracks. Amara felt a flicker of hope. That's it, she said. You're narrowing it down. The figure's form grew more stable, its outline sharper. I am separate, it said. The word echoed. The hollow recoiled more noticeably now. The cracks slowed. Amara exhaled. Yes! The figure continued, voice gaining strength. I am singular. The void trembled. The hollow shuddered for the first time. It reacted like it was being denied. Amara felt it. The shift. This is working, she said. But the hollow didn't retreat. It adapted. The cracks changed direction, no longer circling aimlessly. Now they targeted specific points, weak points. Amara, the figure. The spaces between their definitions, a crack shot toward Amara's feet. She stumbled as the ground flickered. Her thoughts wavered again. What if this isn't enough? She started. The hollow surged, faster, stronger. The figure snapped toward her. You are weakening, it said. I know, she snapped. I'm human. The crack spread up her leg, not erasing, but unraveling her certainty. Her voice shook. What if I'm wrong? What if none of this matters? The hollow surged harder. The figure stepped forward. For the first time, it reached out. Its hand closed around hers. The contact was real, solid, grounding. You are not wrong, it said. Amara froze. The words hit deeper than she expected. You chose, it continued. That gives meaning. The hollow slowed, just slightly. Amara steadied her breathing. Then help me hold it, she said. The figure tightened its grip. Together, it said. The words settled between them. Not just a definition, a connection. The space around them expanded further. 2 anchors instead of 1. The hollow recoiled again, more violently this time. The crack splintered, struggling to find purchase. Amara felt something new, not just resistance, momentum. Okay, she said, focusing. If we define ourselves, we define the space around us. The figure nodded slowly. We create boundary. Exactly. The hollow surged one more time. A final push. The cracks rushed toward them from all directions. Amara gritted her teeth. Then let's draw the line. The figure's golden eyes flared, not with hunger, with clarity. We are, it said. Amara squeezed its hands. We exist, she added. The words struck like a hammer. The void responded. A shockwave of definition burst outward from them, fragile but expanding, carving a thin layer of reality into the nothing. The hollow shattered where it touched that boundary, not destroyed, but pushed back. Held at the edges for now. Amara collapsed to one knee, breathing hard. We're not done, are we? The figure looked at the surrounding void, the hollow still pressing, still waiting. No, it said. A pause, then. But we are no longer losing. The boundary held, thin, fragile, but real. And in a place where nothing had once consumed everything, that was enough to keep fighting. Okay. Short commercial break. Boop. Feral Fixations Podcast, where nothing is off limits. Curiosity runs wild, and she dives deep into the minds of creators, thinkers, and storytellers. Hosted by Feral Mink, straight out of Underground Nation Podcast. And she has questions, lots of them, because on Feral Fixations, she doesn't just listen, she fixates. Are you a creator, a business owner, or just someone with a story the world needs to hear? Then she wants to fixate on you. We're talking real conversations, raw energy, and unfiltered perspectives. No scripts, no masks, just truth and creativity colliding. Join Feral Minx Live every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and become part of the chaos, the curiosity, and the connection. Think you've got what it takes to sit in the hot seat? Email feralfixationspodcast@gmail.com. Let's get you on the show. Because everyone has a story, and she's ready to fixate on yours. All right. And we have Don't Be a Bitch by Kill Carl.
Hey, little bitch dick, pussy ass big shit, booger fucking kitty sucking mother licking boobs it. Why you being such a fucking cute man? Why you waving inflatable arm flailing tube, man? Everyone can see you jumping around, dropping all 2 cents like it weighs a pound. Turns out everything you think is such a big deal isn't fucking real. So what the fuck is with all the fuss? Take a fucking breath and let's discuss. You're real cute when you're furious, but why are you so serious? Don't be such a bitch, bitch. You're so sick. There's 2 billion people on the motherfucking planet, and we're fucking like rabbits. It's fucking famine and madness, like I can't stand it. Like damn it, we fucking take it for granted. There's fucking kids being trafficked, and you can't make better habits, like being less of a fat dick. Incredibly tragic. It's not science or magic. It's fucking simple. Don't panic. It's fucking very organic. Now fucking don't be dramatic. Just fucking breathe. So what the fuck is with all the fuss? Take a fucking breath and let's discuss. You're real cute when you're furious, but why are you so serious? Don't be such a bitch, bitch. Don't be a bitch. Don't be such a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Don't be such a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Don't be such a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Don't be such a bitch.
Woo woo. And we're back. Okay, there. Draw the line. Standing on the edge where the world fades out, every step I take filled with silent doubt. It don't scream, it don't fight back, just erases truth in a creeping black. I felt it crawl through my own mind, turning every truth undefined, like I'm one thought from disappearing slow into something I'll never know. But I felt a hand pull me back in place, something real in the empty space. If I stand, if I decide, I can push this thing aside. Draw the line in the nothingness. Say what's real, don't second guess. If I stand, I won't erase. I define my time and place. Draw the line, don't let it in. Fight the doubt underneath your skin. If we hold what we decide, we won't fade, we won't divide. It tried to break what I believe, turn my truth into make-believe, but I found something stronger than fear, a reason to still be here. Not alone in the endless gray, something else chose not to fade. 2 voices where there was none, now we stand instead of run. You can't take what I define, even if you blur the line. If I choose, if I remain, I exist beyond the pain. Draw the line in the nothingness. Say what's real, don't second guess. If I stand, I won't erase. I define my time and place. Draw the line, don't let it in. Fight the doubt underneath your skin. If we hold what we decide, we won't fade, we won't divide. In the void, we made a stand. Not alone, we took command. If nothing tries to take it all, will be the line that makes it fall. All right, chapter 14, The Boundary That Bleeds. The line held, thin as a breath, fragile as a thought, but it held. Amara stayed on one knee, her hands still locked with the figures. The space around them, small, defined, stood in quiet defiance against the endless hollow pressing at its edges. For the first time since the tomb, there was stillness. Not peace, but pause. The cracks lingered just beyond their boundary, no longer rushing forward, no longer consuming, but watching, waiting. Amara exhaled slowly. Okay, we stopped it. The figure did not respond immediately. Its golden eyes remained fixed on the edge of their defined space. No, it said quietly. We delayed it. The hollow shifted, not forward, sideways. The cracks began to slide along the edge of their boundary, tracing it, testing it, learning it. Amara's stomach dropped. That's not good. It adapts, the figure said. The boundary flickered. A faint distortion rippled across it, like pressure building against glass. Amara tightened her grip. Then we reinforce it. How? The figure asked, the voice steadier now, but uncertain. Amara hesitated because she didn't fully know, but she understood enough. It's not just about saying what we are, she said slowly. It's about believing it. The hollow pressed harder. The boundary bent just slightly. Because if we doubt it, she added, her voice tightening, it wins. The crack surged again, testing a single point, and for a split second, the boundary tore. A thin line split open. The hollow slipped through. Amara gasped as it brushed her again, not erasing, but unraveling. Her thoughts scattered, her certainty fractured. Why am I even... The figure moved instantly. Its hand tightened around hers, pulling her back. You exist, said sharply. The words struck like a jolt. Amara blinked, her thoughts snapping back into place. Right. Yeah. The tears sealed, but barely. The boundary pulsed unevenly now, weaker. The hollow shifted again, not attacking, pressuring. Every inch, every flaw. You said it adapts, Amara muttered. So we have to adapt faster. The figure nodded. We define more, it said. Amara shook her head. No, more doesn't mean stronger. The cracks pressed again. Harder. The boundary bent further. Stronger means clearer, she said. The figure turned toward her. Explain. Amara swallowed, forcing herself to focus despite the pressure building around them. We're trying to hold everything at once, she said. That's why it's breaking. The hollow surged again. The boundary flickered violently. Then what do we hold? The figure asked. Amara hesitated because now this mattered. More than anything yet. She looked at the space around them, at the fragile reality they had created, at the line they were trying to defend, and then she understood. Not everything, she said, just what matters the most. The hollow pressed harder. The boundary cracked again, multiple fractures this time. Time was running out. What matters most? The figure repeated. Amara's breast trembled. Her thoughts raced. Fear, doubt, pressure, all pushing in at once. But beneath it, something steady, something real. She tightened her grip on the figure's hand. This, she said. The word echoed, not loudly, but clearly. The hollow paused. The figure looked at her. This? Connection, she said. Choice, existence, together. The boundary pulsed, stronger. The cracks hesitated. The figure's golden eyes flared, not wildly, but steadily. Together, it repeated. The word anchored. The space around them expanded, not outward in size, but in strength. The hollow pressed again, harder than before. The boundary bent, but it did not break. Amara felt it, the difference. We don't have to define everything, she said, just what we won't let go. The figure nodded slowly. Then we hold this, it said. The cracks surged again, a full assault now, from every direction. The hollow pressing, testing, adapting faster than before. The boundary trembled violently. Hairline fractures spread across it. Amara gritted her teeth. It's still too much. The ancient presence flickered in the distance, watching, not intervening. Amara's eyes widened slightly. Wait. The figure followed her gaze. What is it? Amara's mind raced. It's not just about us, she said. The hollow surged again. The boundary split in multiple places. Time was almost gone. If meaning comes from connection, she said, faster now, then we are not the only ones who can define it. The figure stilled, understanding dawning. You mean, Amara nodded, the world outside, she said. Other people, other minds, other choices. The boundary shattered. The hollow rushed in. Amara screamed as the void swallowed the space around them. But she didn't let go. Then we don't just hold the line, she shouted. The figure's grip tightened. We extend it, it said. The hollow surged, engulfing them, tearing at their forms, trying to strip away everything. Amara forced her thoughts outward. Beyond the void, beyond the tomb, beyond the emptiness, to the surface, to the world, to every mind that existed beyond this place. We exist, she shouted, not with her voice, but with everything she had. The figure's voice joined hers. We are defined, the void trembled. The hollow faltered, just for a second, but it was enough, because something, somewhere, answered. Whoop whoop, beautifully broken. Welcome in. AI summary. A character is defending a boundary against a hollow. What do you think is real? Okay, what was that thought? Let's do a commercial break. Welcome to Underground Nation Mic Check, where the gates open and only the real survive. Hosted by the host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie. And every week we go hunting. Not for the famous, not for the industry made. We're searching for the realest voices of the underground. Raw talent, unfiltered sound, and honest feedback. No sugarcoating. You got a track? Think it hits different? For just 99 coins, you can submit your song and get one guaranteed play live right here on Mic Check. Your music will be reviewed by Bounceball Boogie and the wild minds of the Boogieverse creatures. And if your sound really shakes the ground, you might earn a personal invitation to spotlight on the official Underground Nation podcast. This ain't just a show. This is a gateway to exposure, to community, to your next level. Join us live Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring your track, step into the chaos, and enter the Boogieverse. Are you ready to be heard? Check out underground-nation.com. And now we have FYFH by Bounceball Boogie.
Change still the same, oh. I don't chase no fame, oh. Lame that's lame, oh. Play the game, get played. Wanna change still the same, oh. Echoes are climb in the highway, fading. Flashballs pop in the soul, still vacant. The rain representatives, bleeds out pain. I carve my name where the weak won't stay. Read up addiction, addiction, disguise. Smiles, they fake, then look in their eyes. Time like fool when the chest built hollow. Payments that day, forgotten tomorrow. I don't make crowds like a man in the room. Moves like a curse when the bass go boom. When the hot burns out, who holding you up? When the phones go dark, who's showing you love? Silent vibe in the shade, you need applause to feel okay. This ain't for clicks, this next gen bone. I don't chase no thing, bitch, I make that known. Get it, bounce more than let's fucking get it. Ho? Don't get mad when you lose it. Ho? You got more involvement than you just take it. Ho? So let's get it. Let's get it, punk. Ho? I don't chase no fame, ho. You a lame, ho. Run the game, get played. Wanna change, still the same, ho. I don't chase no fame, ho. Lame, that's lame, ho. Play the game, get played. Wanna change, still the same, ho. He's 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 still the same, ho.
Whoop whoop, and we're back. Hold on 1 second. Okay, do that one. Okay. Where was I? Hold the line. Standing in a space where the edge don't hold, every crack in the wall turning ice cold. Feel it press, feel it learn my fear, like it knows every weakness here. I tried to stand on what I knew, but doubt crept in, and it almost broke through. Every thought felt thin as glass, like one wrong move and I wouldn't last. It don't rush, it don't scream, it just tears apart what you believe. If I fall, if I slip, I'm just another memory it strips. Hold the line, don't let it break. Everything you are is at stake. If you doubt, it pulls you in. Turns your truth paper thin. Hold the line, don't let it fade. Stand on every choice you made. If we fall, we disappear. But if we stand, we are still here. It found the cracks in what I said, turned my thoughts against my head, made me question why I fight, why I try to hold the light. But then I felt something real, not just thought, but something I feel. A hand in mine, a voice that stayed, something that the void can't take. Not alone, not undefined, something more than just my mind. If I stand and you stand too, we can make this something true. Hold the line, don't let it break. Everything you are is at stake. If you doubt, it pulls you in, turns your truth paper thin. Hold the line, don't let it fade. Stand on every choice you made. If we fall, we disappear, but if we stand, we are still here. I felt it slip, I felt it tear, but something stronger held me there. If nothing tries to take it all, will be the line that never falls. All right, chapter 15. The echo beyond the tomb. The void buckled, not from force, from response. Amara felt it first as a tremor that didn't belong to the hollow or the boundary. It came from somewhere else, somewhere beyond the place, beyond between names. Something answered, faint, distant, but real. Her grip tightened around the figure's hand as the hollow surged again, trying to drown out whatever had just stirred. We exist, she pushed outward again, her thoughts straining past the collapsing edges of reality. The figure's voice joined hers, steadier now. We are defined. The void rippled, and this time the answer came clear. A flicker of light, not like the ancient presence, not absolute, not eternal, human, brief, but undeniable. Amara gasped. Did you feel that? The figure turned, its golden eye sharpening. Yes, it said. Another definition. The hollow recoiled slightly, not in fear, but in resistance. The cracks had been consuming everything, now hesitated. Their advance slowed by something unfamiliar, multiplicity. Amara's mind raced. It's not just us anymore, she said. Something out there heard us. Another flicker, stronger. A memory, not hers, brushed against her awareness. A voice, confused, afraid. Professor? Amara froze. That voice. Malik? The void trembled again. The hollow surged, trying to cut off the connection, but the boundary, what remained of it, held just long enough. Professor Cade, can you hear me? The voice was faint, distorted, like it was being dragged through layers of reality, but it was real, alive. Amara's chest tightened. Malik, I'm here! The response wavered. We thought you were gone. The site. Something collapsed. There's something wrong with the readings. The figure beside her stiffened. He is outside, it said. Yeah, Amara said quickly, and he can hear us. At least a little. The hollow reacted violently now. The crack surged toward the connection point, trying to sever it. More definitions weaken it, the figure said. It cannot erase what is reinforced from beyond. Amara nodded. Then we make it stronger. She focused, pushing her thoughts outward again. Malik, listen to me, she said. I need you to focus. I need you to remember who you are. The line crackled. What? Professor, what's happening down there? Just do it, she snapped. Say your name. Silence. The hollow pressed harder. The connection flickered. Then, Malik Hassan, the voice said. uncertain but firm. The void reacted. A second point of stability flared into existence. Fade, distant, but connected. The hollow recoiled again. The cracks slowed further. Amara felt it. Reinforcement. That's it, she whispered. That's it! The figure stepped closer, its presence stabilizing further. More, it said. Amara nodded, urgency rising. Malik, stay where you are. Anchor yourself. The line wavered again. I'm at the excavation site. Northern Ridge? Near the collapsed entrance? Another pulse, stronger. The void shifted. The boundary expanded, just slightly, but enough to push the hollow back another inch. The cracks splintered, struggling to hold their form. It's working, Amara said. The figure's golden eyes were burned brighter, not with hunger, but with clarity. He defines himself with reality, it said, and that reality now touches this one. The hollow surged again, harder than before, but this time it met resistance. Not just from Amara, not just from the figure, from beyond. Amara pushed again. Malik, listen carefully, she said. You need to keep talking, keep defining things. The more certain you are, the stronger this gets. This doesn't make any sense, he muttered. I know, she said, but it's real, and right now you're helping hold everything together. A pause, then. Okay, he said. Okay, I'm here. I'm real. I'm not going anywhere. The words hit like a hammer. The void stabilized further. The hollow recoiled again, more violently this time. The cracks fractured, losing cohesion. Amara felt something she hadn't since entering the tomb. Hope. The figure turned toward the expanding boundary. This is what I could not do, it said. Amara glanced at it. Yeah? Exist without taking, it finished. She gave a faint, breathless smile. Welcome to being real. The hollow surged again, desperate now. The cracks lashed out in every direction, trying to overwhelm the growing network of definition. But it wasn't just one voice anymore. It was two. And that made all the difference. The boundary expanded again, thin, strained, but holding. Amara looked outward into the void. This isn't just about surviving anymore, she said. The figure nodded. No, it said. A pause, then. This is how reality fights back. The hollow trembled, not retreating, not defeated, but no longer unstoppable. Afar beyond the void, more voices stirred. All right. Commercial break. We're on that one. Welcome to the Underground. This is the Underground Nation podcast where the real ones speak and the unheard get heard and the culture stays raw. With your hosts, the host with the ghost, Bounce Ball Boogie, and Feral Minx. On every Friday night, we open the gates to the Boogieverse. This ain't mainstream. This ain't watered down. This is real talk, real stories, real creators, straight from the underground. Artists, creators, misfits, visionaries, this is your space. We're talking music, life, grind, struggles, wins, everything that makes you you. Catch us live every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on Discord. Step inside the movement, connect with the community, and become part of something bigger than yourself. Enter the Boogieverse Discord server and tap into the energy. Because down here, we don't follow trends, we create waves. So pull up, tune in, and lock in. This is the Underground Nation podcast. Now we have Candy by Skits Craven.
L'Oreal Paris Magic.
After this YouTube ad.
Nothing covers better and faster than #1 root ranked in the U.S.
Good then, better now. 6 health essentials in every bowl.
There you go.
free. Lipstick all over my teeth. I just love candy, feed me some more. Don't say you love me, just lay on my floor. She say go deep, put my dick in her core. Candy might love me, but candy's a whore. The fantasies I think of you got me out of my mind. I'm daydreaming on what I would do if you lay here tonight. I would eat you down, I would spit you up. My fantasy queen, you're a gentle soul, but you like your rough. A natural born free, you're a natural, you're a natural, you're a natural born free. You're a natural, you're a natural, so lay it on me. The fantasies I think of you got me out of my mind. I'm daydreaming on what I would do if you lay here tonight. I would eat you down, I would spit you up. My fantasy queen, you're a gentle soul, but you like your rough. A natural born free.
Woo woo, and we're back. All right. Echoes of the Real. All right. Okay. Lost in the void where the silence creeps, where the hollow takes what your mind still keeps. I was fading fast, I was almost gone, like I never lived, like I never belonged. Then I heard a voice cut through the haze, breaking through the dark like a burning blaze. Said my name from the world outside, pulled me back from the endless tide. If I'm heard, then I still remain. If I'm known, I can fight the strain. Every word like a chain that binds me to something beyond my mind. Echoes of the real breaking through the void. Every voice that it can't destroy. Say your name, say where you stand. Build a world with a single hand. Echoes of the real, let it resonate. Every truth that you validate. If we speak, if we define, we can push back the endless line. It tried to drown every thought I had, turn my truth into something bad, but it couldn't break what I held inside when another voice stood by my side. Now I feel it spread through the space, more than one, more than just a face. Every mind like a spark in the black, lighting paths it can't take back. Not alone in the endless night, every voice is a point of light. If we stand, if we call it true, we can make something break through. Echoes of the real, breaking through the void, every voice that it can't destroy. Say your name, say where you stand, build a world with a single hand. Echoes of the real, let it resonate, every truth that you validate. If we speak, if we define, we can push back the endless line. I hear you, you hear me, that's enough to let us be. If the void tries to take it all, we'll be the echo that never falls. AI summary. The Underground Nation podcast delves into a story about defining reality. Wow. Okay, that's wrong. But do tune in to the Underground Nation podcast and check out underground-nation.com. Woo woo. All right, chapter 16. The world above remembers. The echo didn't fade. It multiplied. Amara felt it like a pulse spreading outward, not just through the void, but through layers of reality, reconnecting. Malik's voice had been the first anchor from the outside. He wouldn't be the last. Professor, I'm still here. Malik's voice crackled, stronger now. Something's happening. The sand, it's moving on its own. Amara steadied herself. Good. Stay with me. Keep talking. The figure beside her stood firmer now, its form no longer flickering as wildly. The golden glow in its eyes was stable, focused outward, toward the expanding boundary. More are coming, it said. The hollow surged again, violent, desperate. The cracks lashed toward the connection, trying to sever it. But now, they hit resistance immediately. The boundary pulsed, held. There are others, Malik said. Rescue team, local workers. They're asking what's going on. Amara's breath caught. Perfect, she said. We need them. The figure turned slightly curious. More definitions, it said. Exactly, Amara replied. She focused again, pushing her thoughts through the connection. Malik, listen carefully. I need everyone there to do something simple. Okay, he said, hesitant. Tell them to say their names, she said, out loud, one by one. A pause. You're serious? Yes, she said firmly. And tell them to say where they are. Anchor themselves. The hollow surged again, but slower now, more certain. The cracks no longer moved as one. They fractured, splintered, reacting unevenly to the growing pressure. All right, Malik said. Everyone, listen up. I need you to say your name and where you are. Just trust me. Murmurs in the background, confusion, fear, but then a voice. Jared Cole, I'm at the North Ridge. A pulse. The void shuddered. Another point of light appeared, faint but real. Then another. Lena Ortiz, South Trench. Another pulse, stronger. The boundary expanded again, pushing the hollow back further. Amara felt it. Not just resistance now, network, connection. They're doing it, she whispered. The figure's eyes widened slightly. Each voice reinforces structure, it said. The hollow reacted violently. The cracks surged in chaotic bursts, trying to isolate each new point of definition, but they couldn't keep up. Dr. Evans, I'm at the main site. Samir Patel, equipment line. We're here. We're still here. Each voice struck like a hammer. The void trembled under the weight of it. The boundary expanded outward, not just as a line, but as a web, connecting each defined point into something larger, something stable. The hollow began to fracture, not in control, but in failure. Amara felt tears sting her eyes. It's working! The figure stepped forward, its presence now fully solid. No flicker, no distortion. This is existence, it said. Amara gave a shaky laugh. Yes! Messy, loud, confusing existence. The hollow lashed out again, a massive surge, desperate. The cracks converged, forming a concentrated wave aimed directly at the center, at Amara and the figure. But this time, they weren't alone. The network held. The wave hit and shattered. Fragments of hollow broke apart, dissolving at the edges of the expanding boundary. Amara felt the impact, but it didn't tear her apart. It passed through, weakened. The figure stood firm beside her. It cannot erase what is shared, it said. Amara nodded. Because it's not just one definition anymore. Another pulse, stronger than before. The void began to reshape, not collapsing, not fracturing, but stabilizing. The chamber reformed around them, clearer now, more defined, and for the first time, the hollow began to retreat. Not completely, but enough. Amara exhaled deeply. We're pushing it back. The figure looked out into the shifting void. No, it said. A pause. Then, we are giving reality something it cannot take. Amara frowned slightly. What's that? The figure turned to her, the golden eyes steady, certain. shared meaning. The word settled into the space like a foundation, and the void, for the first time, held. Okay. Go into our break. I believe. Okay. Sorry, I forgot which ad we were doing. Okay. Shh. Do you hear that? The whispers, the secrets, the stories beneath the surface? Welcome to Tea Time at the Cemetery, where the tea is hot and the drama is unburied. You got issues with somebody? Got something to say but nowhere to say it? Bring it to the table and let your side be heard. Because here, we're spilling it all. No filters, no holding back, just truth, tension, and maybe a little chaos. Join us live every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pull up a seat, pour your tea, and step into the cemetery. Let's spill some tea. Want to be a guest? Hit us up. Booking.teatime@gmail.com. Remember, be careful what you say. The cemetery is always listening. With your hosts, Farrell Minx and Sophia Cemetery. Now we have Voices in My Head by Bounce Ball Boogie.
How the fuck did I end up in hell? Walls closing in like some kind of
shouting. World on my back, flow like a fucking mountain. Soul is gone, yeah, evil like a melon. Who'll make it dance, man, it ain't no sin. Voices in my head, can't you hear them screaming? Waking up midday, that's me that's streaming. Demons in my sleep, these drugs I'm feeling. The devil has me, that's what I'm believing.
Whoop, whoop. And we're back. Okay. Say your name. Voices in the dark, but they ain't alone. Every single word like a stepping stone. I was lost in the void, almost out of reach. Then I heard something it couldn't breach. One voice turned to two, then 100 more. Every name like a lock on a broken door. It tried to break, tried to tear it down, but it couldn't erase what we built from sound. Say your name, don't let it fade. Every word is a choice that you made. If you stand, if you speak it true, it can't take what belongs to you. Say your name, let it resonate. Every voice that you validate. If we stand, if we define, we can redraw the broken line. Say your name, hold your ground. Every truth in every sound. If we rise, if we remain, we can break the endless chain. It tried to silence everything I knew, turn my thoughts into something untrue. But it couldn't stop what it couldn't see, a world outside still calling me. Now I feel it spreading wide, every voice standing side by side. Not just me, not just one, but 1,000 lights where there were none. You can't erase what's understood. You can't take what stood for good. If we speak, if we align, we create something it can't unwind. Say your name, let it resonate. Every voice that you validate. If we stand, if we define, we can redraw the broken line. Say your name, hold your ground. Every truth in every sound. If we rise, if we remain, we can break the endless chain. I hear you, you hear me. That's enough to let us be. If the void tries to take it all, we'll be the voices that never fall. Okay, so we're going to leave off chapter 17 on Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, Stories at the Cemetery, Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to take off with one last song, and then we'll see you next time. Thank you all. And now we have Jealousy by The Alchemist. Whoa, whoa.
It's a bitch's jealousy. Where the fuck is it coming from? I say, help me. Gotta deal with another one. It's a bitch's jealousy. Keep playing up. Have to show you where we are coming from. They be keeping jealousy, but my silence speaks more. Every life they build, I kick in the door. Trying to find that give up at my vision is sure. I can see through all the masks that they try to secure. Fake smile in my face, but they plot when I fucking leave. I can feel betrayal, they hide up their sleeve. I'll pray for my fall, while I rise and conceive. I turn all them to wins that I achieve. Even if he can't touch me, I'm too hard to fall. I'm always leveling up, I'm shining it all. I'm too focused on purpose, can't trip on the small. The hate is now beneath me while I stood tall. I'm blowing tens as all the shade is a breeze. I'm always stacking achievements with endless ease. They hate from the sidelines, but I do as I please. Everyone that I claim believes I'm stuck on their knees. Gotta deal with another one. It's a bitch's jealousy. Where the fuck is it coming from? I say help me. Gotta deal with another one. It's a bitch's jealousy. So King J, you ain't playing now. Have to show you where we are coming from.
So right in front of you, don't believe what they telling you. Hate you real deep, they scheming and think they built in the close. Sideline plotting on me, hoping I'm failing, losing this game, but against the favorite, and I hate that. They can sell past limits to remain stagnant. Your name ring bells, cause the face of that's a rap, and I ain't fucking last word spoke. An envious motherfucker just miserable. Don't lose focus. They're hoping to catch you slipping. Keep your shoes tied up. Straight legs. They don't wanna see you win. They don't wanna see you win now. And that's enough for me to see past the bullshit. No company, get the fuck away from me. I got no room for your jealousies. No, I can't deal with your bullshit at all. No. Deal with another one. It's a bitch's jealousy. Where the fuck is it coming from? I say, help me. Gotta deal with another one. It's a bitch's jealousy. Keep playing up. Have to show you where we are coming from.